What's happening, guys, and welcome back to the Galactic Explorers Podcast. I am your host, Ash, Lunchbox, whatever you want to call me by now, it's completely up to you. And today, I am joined by Phil and Chris. How are you guys doing?
I still call you Purdy Boy.
Purdy Boy.
Purdy Boy.
Oh, man. This is episode 13, and that should mean we are about... 5 weeks away? 6 weeks away now from release?
I'll search up the exact amount now on the No Man's Sky countdown page.
It's something like that anyway.
It's exactly 42 days, 19 hours, 38 minutes and 55 seconds.
So it's about 7 weeks, isn't it? Yeah. It's about 7 weeks away, guys.
Hype.
So, yes. 7 weeks. So that means
43 days if it's UK.
Yeah. Which is it a Thursday it's coming out on then?
I'm not sure.
This episode's just gone completely off the rails already.
Yeah.
We'll just talk about whatever
Wednesday.
the hell we can think of.
It's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday.
Yeah, which is really strange because games over here usually come out on a Friday or a Tuesday. Is it a Tuesday? Or is that
I think it's Tuesday.
Yeah, Friday or Tuesday games usually come out. So Wednesday's a bit odd.
Wednesday is kind of an odd time for a game.
Yeah.
But I suppose with the whole pushing back and everything like that, I don't think they probably took that so much into account.
Yeah, I suppose. I just always thought it was a bit silly to release it on a separate day to the rest of Europe anyway, but there you go.
I just thought of something.
What?
Hold up. Okay. There's day-night cycles and all that jazz in the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is there an actual time cycle? Is it going to keep track of how long the universe has been alive?
I'm guessing so. Just because obviously, if it's going to be like
real time.
if it's going to be like one universe per like either console or PC, obviously Americans going to be in the game for 2 days a day before
right?
the rest of us
We'll be on
play.
a
So obviously, if we get in
schedule and
there,
everything.
yeah.
I think that might be their own like real time, in game time sort of thing. So that you can say let's take a game for instance, completely different, but World of Warcraft, they have their own real game time, which I know is an hour ahead because I used to play it.
Yeah.
But,
Right.
I used to find that quite effective because it used to be allowed you to like, maybe not so much in this game, but it allows you to do certain things at certain times when you want to do them.
Yeah.
Unless they include some more multiplayer capabilities, I don't really see the point in that. But I think it's still quite a good idea because, large scale game.
I think it'll just be there'll be like one standard time, I think, and then there'll be because obviously if you go on a planet, obviously each planet's gonna have its own different possibly day.
Maybe they're in different time zones because obviously if they're all on different axes, different time.
I wonder how they're going to do it.
And obviously planets which are usually closer to the sun usually spin a bit faster, don't they? Obviously
I think it'll just be another one of those things that we won't know until we actually start playing the game.
Exactly.
We can just speculate for now.
But so episode 13, we've got about 7 more episodes of speculation and trying to scrape as much information out of whatever we've already talked about as much as possible. But we've come up with a bit more of a technical episode today, guys. So we have been suggested by Phil himself. So if it's a bit boring this episode, you know who to blame, guys.
Yes, blame it on me.
Yes.
Go to my page and push my dislike button.
Completely just spam all these videos. We know, obviously, the game, the whole procedural generation thing isn't a new aspect. Obviously, Minecraft has done it. I don't know, was the original Elite procedurally generated? Because obviously that was a massive game as well, like the original one from was it the 80s or the 90s? Or whatever. If it wasn't, I don't know, but, the new Elite game, I think that might be procedurally generated. I think so, because it is a whole galaxy.
That's pretty cool.
7 Days to Die.
Not as cool as No Man's Sky, but that's pretty cool.
Exactly. But all these big, all these like, especially like indie games, are all procedurally generated, which I've noticed actually, because I think it's a cheaper way for them to create a game, isn't it?
Oh
yeah. Well, the thing is, procedural generation's been around since like the 90s. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And a lot of small indie game companies used to use it anyway. But the thing is, the reason No Man's Sky makes it so unique is because they've effectively just put it on a large scale game, but made something beautiful out of it.
Yeah.
And that's just what makes it unique, and it's going to be one of those games which is just going to blow our minds, I reckon.
Yeah.
Because of that.
I mean,
I just wonder if it's unique enough to be nobody else can use it, like Blu-ray.
Copyright.
You know? Yeah. And if so, how's that going to affect modders, other gameplays, other companies making games, things like that?
Yeah, I mean, they might go the way of the Elder Scrolls, where they make is it like an Elder Scrolls maker or something like that, the mod maker or something.
I know they have a lot of mod making tools in certain games.
Yeah, I remember
will sometimes incorporate them with the software of the game, and then you can actually do your own stuff in there.
Yeah,
Garry's Mod has a lot of mod capabilities, obviously.
So they might go down that route. I mean, it depends, because obviously if they go down that route, then you obviously have got to make it specifically for that with that tool. Yeah. If not, and it's still going to be mods being used in the game, then I can't imagine them. The entire technology is going to be copyrighted because obviously because of that reason, that sole reason, because
we kind of we kind of actually touched on this before, but I just thought of a different aspect of it. Remember how we were talking about this some odd episodes back, and like it'd be good for some games but not others, like a racing game, for instance.
Yeah.
Now think about this though. Yeah, I personally would want a custom made map, I can't think of it offhand, but the ones that do like actual cities, like San Andreas and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make the map like that, but what if we had the ability to procedurally generate the cars? Like an infinite amount of different styles of cars or fighting games. Like right now I'm into 7 Days to Die. It's a fun game. There's only like 5 or 6 different zombies though.
Yeah.
If they procedurally generated those zombies, there'd be like an infinite amount of shit to kill.
Like possibilities, like variants.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. But obviously, with like 7 days, is it 7 Days to Die or 7 Ways to Die?
7 days.
Yeah.
Every 7 days, there's a horde that runs through and
right. You got to try and survive it.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, that's still in Is it early access?
I believe they're going to PlayStation here if they haven't already. Actually,
right.
It's still in development. It's still in early access, but they're far enough along. Like Ark, they're gonna go to the big screen.
Well, yeah, it's already on Xbox One. I know Ark is, and it's coming to PlayStation 4. I think.
Yeah.
In July, I think it is, or something like that, or August. But they'll still be in development for years. I reckon those games.
I reckon it's going to become one of those Arma 3 type things where they keep developing it even still 10 years later. Because Arma 3 have been developing their game since release, to be honest.
Well,
and it's still a really good game.
Well, not only that, but with Arma 3, they've also games are being made because of the technology in Arma 3, haven't they? Like what's that zombie game?
Killing Floor.
No, not that one.
No, it's not Killing Floor.
It's that big, massive survival.
Yeah.
Daisy, not Daisy.
Yeah, Daisy, yeah.
Daisy,
yeah.
That was originally a Arma 3 mod.
Yeah.
And then they've obviously...
And then they made a standalone version.
Yeah, make a standalone version of it, so...
It's not as good, it's a little bit clunky, but it's...
Well, yeah. But that, I think that's coming to Xbox or PS4 as well at some point. But like obviously that technology, Arma 3's technology wasn't completely copyrighted because obviously they were able to make the mod for Daisy on it, and then obviously they've gone and made a completely separate game from it as well. Off it.
So I wonder what we can expect in the future from all this jazz.
But see, I don't think there will be mods for the game just because of...
I think it would be too much.
Yeah, they're having difficulty. It seems to me they're having difficulties themselves with the game, like putting it together, or something always seems to be changed whenever you see new videos and things. Like they've had problems, so they've had to change it, or something like that. So I reckon I
think Sean Murray's just more of a perfectionist.
Yeah,
to get everything perfect, which unfortunately is almost impossible in the game industry.
Yeah.
But
right.
I think he's going for it.
I think there will be mods, though. I just think we're not going to see them for a while.
I just think the game's too sensitive. I just think, like...
At the moment,
I think when the game gets to a stage where everybody's explored planets and they get kind of... I mean, I personally probably won't, but I know some people might get to the stage where they get bored of seeing the same sort of color variations of planets. So I think introducing mods later on in the game, after maybe a year's worth of its release, if people are still playing it, it might make more sense.
But that's the thing, though, because obviously the game is procedure generated, so obviously until someone's been to that place, that world isn't generated, is it? And so until someone's gone there, then you leave and then it disappears. That world's got to have that data saved, so obviously if you got a mod, that mod's data is going to be saved, isn't it?
Yeah, they can even just do something simple like texture packs like in Minecraft.
Yeah, but that's
the way the world and stuff looks.
That's what I mean, though.
Make something more refurbished.
Well, that's what I mean, though. Like, because obviously you've gone and saw that planet. What if someone else goes to that planet and sees it, and then are they going to actually see the mod on it or not?
True.
I think it will have to be a more localized thing. Like, if I were to take a stab in the dark, I would say maybe down the road, somebody will develop a mod to teleport you straight to somebody's planet.
Right.
All right. And if you were to stay on that planet and do enough mining, if there was a building mod, so on and so forth, you could build like a whole, I don't know, amusement park or some shit for people to come visit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But that's what I mean, though, because obviously it's got to be localized to an extent that it's going to have to be a separate server,
like a spin-off of the game itself. I don't know,
but I saw on a Reddit post that they might have an offline mode. I don't know if it's already been confirmed and you guys know about this, but they might be releasing an offline mode along with the online mode that's still got the procedural generation capabilities, but it doesn't have any other like Atlas upload abilities and stuff like that.
Yeah, there is like the offline mode where you can't you just can't like upload your discoveries or anything.
Maybe it could be for that kind of local part of it, and just not the online.
See, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know whether it might just be better that they release a steady, steady amount of content each year or something, or each month. So you'll get new things on a monthly or every couple of months basis to keep the game a little bit fresher that way. Because, like I said, if I mean, sometimes you get like if you're playing Skyrim, you'll get some mods and it completely fucks your game up.
Right.
So, and that's just a game. I mean,
it's always fun messing about Skyrim mods, though.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, like,
it does get to a stage where it gets a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah, and like your game will
always a point.
Just completely knacker up or something, and you've got to like not reset, but you have to go through all your mods and see which one it was.
I've had to Control-Alt-Delete and then Task Manager quite a few times. Just from modded it. And it's just overcrashed.
But then again, Bethesda's notorious for like not having. I mean, especially like the console ports of the games. Like the console ports of the games are just.
I just don't think they want to go down that route.
No,
that's why they didn't do base building, because they didn't want to go down the route of Minecraft.
Yeah,
they right. Their own unique thing.
Yeah,
and he already said that in an interview.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. That's what I mean. The game is so big, and there's going to be so much for you to do. Is there really going to be a need? I mean, obviously, there's going to be always some people that are going to be like, "Oh, I want to do base."
Some people are obviously going to want mods, exactly. But like you said, the need isn't there considering how large the game is.
Well, that's what I mean, though. If you're in need of mods for the game, is the game really for you?
Yeah, you can go to different games for that.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's what he's trying to get at in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, I know Phil mentioned a few times in the past that Sean's opened for like he's in favour of people like using mods for games and things like that. But like we said, if they've always specifically said, like, especially about the multiplayer, that it's not the traditional multiplayer. I mean, obviously we've got this news about
They aren't mainly going for the multiplayer.
Yeah, exactly.
They're mainly going for the solo, but with some multiplayer little aspects in their experience.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
your own survival experience.
Yeah, they have like mentioned the fact that there's going to be a more traditional version of multiplayer down the road. But like they've always stated, like this game isn't going to be from the get go a straightforward multiplayer game. You're not going to have like death matches and stuff
something
like
else
that.
I like though is the fact that he stated that even though the traditional multiplayer aspects are going to be coming down the line, which I'm pretty sure he will implement. He's also stated that you can also do the normal aspects of it, like the standard base aspects of it, where you can still solo and then you can meet and bump into players very rarely. You can still do that. Yeah. So it gives you a lot of, like, he's going for this infinite experience across the whole board, not just the actual procedurally generation side,
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like, he's always strongly stated what the game is. And like what kind of people it's going to. They said that
even without giving much information, he's given us a lot of information.
Yeah, well, I mean, like he's always stated what kind of person should be playing this game. Like they made this game for loads of people to play. They made this game for a game what they wanted to play. And that's what I mean. Like if you haven't listened to what
they also wanted to share the game, they wanted to play it well.
But if you've listened to Sean Murray and you agreed with him, then that's fine, get the game. But if you're still there listening like 6 months after watching the game for the first time and still wanting multiplayer, this game isn't for you. If you're wanting mods and stuff, I mean, he hasn't confirmed or denied whether there are going to be mods or anything. But in the end, if there isn't any mods or whatnot, and you're like, people are like,
I'm not going to be surprised.
Yeah, and if people are still going to be like, oh, I want mods for this game, then this game isn't for you, is it? At the end of the day,
no.
It's not going to be for you and
it's up for you to realise that.
Yeah, and it's up to you to realise that.
I personally think there's plenty to do in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
He's only released like 1%, if that, of information on the crap that we could possibly do.
Yeah,
and we've already got enough information to make us hyped to.
Yeah. Unless you're making a podcast, then there's definitely not enough information.
Yeah. Well, I have some new information. Something that happened a little while ago that you guys might have heard about is that Sean Murray actually did an update on the website, and he just wrote out a little message.
Yeah. Was this the one about? Was it about 3 or 4 days ago?
It was on June 24th. So yeah.
Yeah. Just checking the date then. Yeah, it was the whole one about that they're working hard and
so it shows that there's good progression on the game.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say. And I think that's good because it means that it's most likely going to release in August, almost definitely now.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd be very, very, very surprised if you pushed it back further.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't.
Me too.
They haven't confirmed whether this whole thing with Sky was the whole reason why the game got pushed back. I mean, in some case it must have been because obviously they only got it sorted out like 3 days before the game was supposed to be released.
All signals point towards it.
Yeah.
And I watched a YouTube video from a dude called, I think it was Alka or something like that. He's a German dude. Don't know if you guys might have watched one of his videos. No. And he basically went into detail and he found the registry date of when the claim was made for the whole Sky thing.
Okay.
And the date correlated with the actual just before the E3 dates when they start picking out people for the E3 dates.
Oh, okay.
And it correlated to just before that. And No Man's Sky was I posted this on a video, originally on a list for being confirmed at E3, basically.
Was that E3 2014?
This year.
This year, right.
Exactly. But this wasn't for the claim for 3 years ago. This was for a slightly newer claim because they had to refresh the claim, basically.
Okay.
Right.
They have to refresh it each year. And correlated with the E3 thing and stuff like that. And he thought he got it sorted 2 years ago. Well, this is based on assumption, basically.
Right.
So that's quite interesting.
So that's probably why they weren't at E3 because they obviously found out about.
It all kind of correlates together.
Yeah, because they found out about this new claim. Well, not new claim, but obviously the renewal.
It's not confirmed, like you said.
Renewal of the claim, and then they thought, right, we're not going to go to E3. We're just going to stay here, sort it out, and then polish the game up and everything. But like I said, though, in that little extract that he wrote on the website, he didn't mention whether that was the direct reason, but also they also mentioned that they're still working on the game, aren't they? Like polishing it and stuff. So they haven't 100% confirmed either way if they are just polishing the game or if it was to do with that claim. But yeah. But also, as Chris has stated earlier to us, there's 65 Days of Static have
Parallax
released the... is it just released the song or they just uploaded it or whatnot to SoundCloud?
I'm just going to check this now. I believe it's very recent. It's just been released.
Yeah.
It's called
Parallax.
I'll go back to it. Yeah, it's Red Parallax. And it sounds quite different compared to all the other ones. Debutante.
Well,
Debutante, is it called? Something like that?
Debutante.
Debutante. But Supermoon, it sounds very different too. So it's interesting. Very interesting.
I personally think...
3 days ago.
Yeah.
SoundCloud.
I personally think it sounds like the trailer with Rutger Hauer from E3 last year. I always forget what that trailer's called. Is it I've Seen Things or something?
Yeah, I've Seen Things, that trailer. PS4 one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know what you mean.
It is. It's actually called I've Seen Things as well, with Rutger Hauer doing the voiceover. And I'm pretty sure it's the soundtrack for that. So what I'll do is, guys, I'll put it in the description below so you guys can go check it out and things like that. But
I don't think it's the exact same soundtrack, but I think it's pretty similar.
Yeah. Well, you guys have to tell us what you all think and everything. Put in comments below. But also, they've got 65 Days Static are actually going on tour this year around Europe. It's
from 17th of October, Monday, until the 18th of November, Friday. So
yes,
and it's all around Europe. So I mean, they have a lot of UK days booked in from what I see.
Yeah, I think they've got about 4 or 5, haven't they, or something?
Yeah, they've got 3 Italy ones. They've got it everywhere, basically.
Yeah. Have you actually?
Well, you guys get me a ticket, and I'll go see the concert with you. Otherwise, I'll be right here.
Might have to go up to London and go watch it.
Tilburg. Where's Tilburg? Is that NL? Where's NL? Ooh. I'm just looking at the places now.
Netherlands,
is it Netherlands? Tilburg sounds like
Netherlands. It is Netherlands.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
So,
it is Netherlands.
Netherlands, France,
Switzerland, Spain, Portugal, Spain, France, Italy, Germany, Austria, Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Germany.
Netherlands again.
Belgium, London, Bristol,
Sheffield, Newcastle, and Glasgow.
Newcastle. Yeah.
I got really confused then because they're using the country's version of their names. Like next to like the Switzerland, it says CH on the poster.
I'm not travelling, so I sort of just...
I know. I was just really confused, and I was like thinking, I'm pretty sure that's Switzerland. But yeah, so they're going to be all over the place. I mean, obviously they're not going to be in every single country in Europe because they're not a massive band. They've
also just gone on to pricing. It's actually really, really cheap. They're doing it for €17 at €12 a ticket.
Oh, that's all right. That's probably about £15 into it or something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap.
So, well, it depends what it is now. So obviously the whole financial crisis and everything what's hit the UK. But yeah. Anyway, so make sure you go check it out. I'll put all the links down in the description below for both the Red Parallax track and the information for 65 Days of Static Tour. So, guys, we've pretty much scraped the bottom of the barrel there with this.
We have scraped the butthole, yes.
The butthole.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
For this episode. Make sure you guys leave things for us to talk about as well in the description. We obviously want to know what you guys are thinking, and we can obviously talk about that as well in the next episode. Make sure to like, comment, and everything, and share the video with your friends. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and to these guys too. Their links will be in the description below. And yes, from us to you guys, we will see you next time.